Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go, guys. God. He's fine now.
Come on.
I'm serious. I'm looking at you. You are serious. You really do want the winner. And the thing is that you believe you can beat Tyreek fucking Noah Loud.
I'm Jim. Listen, Tyreek Hill is scared to race me.
He's scared. You hear this man?
Tyreek Hill, you are scared. Okay, listen. Tyreek Hill, all to stop. Put your career on the line Quit your contract. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem. They don't win that sport. They don't think two teams need to have it. They don't. Yeah, Travis Scott. He's slow. I didn't know speed.
As I'm watching, I'm watching some of his stuff getting ready for this interview. I'm analytic, and stuff. Just jealous. And like, and then he told me to technique for scoring 12. And you get and he just basically tell you rotations. And that's the first time you've ever done that. You need to see some videos. And explain it, see that Yes, sir. Listen, all the DBs out, okay, this is another. All the DBs out there, Jalen Ramsey, whoever, cooking. Wait, let me talk. Listen. I played football. But like nobody knows. I was like a 4-star, 5-star. I was a 4-star, 5-star slot. for high school, freshman year.
You had a restaurant that was 4-star, 5-star?
No.
Athlete.
No. You can look me up on Huddle. You can look up my name. I have 4-star phosphorus. You can look at my highlights. The best spots in the life.
And so now you just want to get knives on YouTube. You just want to get out with the NFL player.
Yes. I still got it. I didn't lose it.
Jake Paul wants to race you. He says he's going to put up, what do you put up, $5,000?
It's charity at that point. Like Jake Paul, I don't even know what he's thinking. Like, he's not beating me. Like,
So, no non-professional athlete is going to beat you in the race.
No.
So the fans content creator,
Yes.
social media, whatever you want to say, if you're not an athlete, you're not outrunning speed.
No. You're just not. The only race I lost in my whole life was against a Olympic
Champion.
athlete. Yeah, exactly. So that shows a lot.
It does. It does. It shows that you are very confident.
Even any NFL, any NFL player they get. Tyreek Hill was the only person I see. I'm like, okay,
What about Xavier Worthy? He had the fastest time in combine history.
he's not beating me.
Come on now, speed.
He's not. He's not beating me.
So you mean to tell me the fastest man in the world doesn't run track? He's on YouTube.
Yes. My name is Speed for a reason.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not saying, hey.
Yes. I mean, like, did you not just watch the Noah Lyles race, right?
Yes.
Like, does that not help you think that I'm not the fastest?
I do believe you're fast. I think people have underestimated you until you race Noah, and then I think because when you're outrunning people that don't run for a living, that's not saying much. But Noah Lyles is a professional runner. Right. He's a professional sprinter, and the race was probably a lot closer than people thought it was going to be. But then again, I think people thinking, man, Noah didn't take him serious. No,
He did. I promise you he did. I promise you, he did not want to get seen on the internet. That even being that close. Right. He didn't want that. No.
Coach James and the Lakers are back putting on a show, and you know I got to get the best deal of tickets. That's why I need to tell you about my sponsor, SeatGeek. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticket guy. There are more than 70,000 events on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more sports. Dominic the Sixers at the crib. They put all their tickets across the web in one place to make sure you get a good deal. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10. So look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. And you know I came through for you guys. Use my code Shay for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code Shay. The fight last night, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. What do you think?
Yeah, I watched it. I stayed up and watched it.
And
man, I was just like, so look, when I watched it, like, you know, they coming out with Mike Tyson, he got the look. Oh my God. Like, I never seen Mike Tyson fight a day of my life. You know, I'm 19. I never seen him box. Jake Paul, I've seen him box. That, but, you know, age just shows. You know? And, like, that's what I realized. I was like, wow, age is really a thing.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Age is really a thing. And it showed in that fight. You know, it just wasn't there.
No,
it wasn't there.
The mind is willing, but the body isn't able.
Yeah, exactly.
And especially when it's required for you to do more. Now, like if you're like a power lift or something that you can just static and just lift a lot of weight, that's one thing. But when you got to move boxing, when you got to run, that's something entirely different.
Yeah, like I felt like fighting Jake Paul when I seen it.
I bet now you might need to stay away from that. You're not quite big enough.
Come on now, don't stop it.
Speed.
I can fight too. I
believe it.
I can do any sport. But if I have 6 months, just to learn a sport, I'm a professional at that sport.
But
what?
What about the size discrepancy? There's a reason why they have weight classes. There's a reason. Middleweight, welterweight, bantamweight, strawweight, flyweight, super middle, light heavy, cruiser.
It's all in the ounces and the gloves.
Yeah, what is it, 135, you fight until like 8-ounce glove, 135 or above, you fight in 10 ounces?
Doesn't matter. But to be honest, listen, I jumped over a car. When I believe I can do something, if I look at something and I believe I can do it, I know I can do it.
I'm not saying that you couldn't box.
I'm saying I can beat Jake Paul. And you're like, weight classes. I'm saying I think I can beat Jake Paul in a fight too, even if the weight class is different.
Okay, I'm not gonna. So let me ask you a question. So would you do a celebrity boxing match?
I will, but again, nobody wants to box me. No content creator wants to box me. Kai doesn't. Kai doesn't want to box me. Nobody wants to box me. Nobody. No content creator, no streamer out there. They're like, no, Speed? Oh, he's going to like nobody. Because they know like that I can really do this. Nobody wants to box me. No content creator out there wants to box. That's why I haven't had a boxing match yet.
But Jake Paul is a content creator and he boxes.
You still on this Jake Paul thing?
No, I'm just saying. You said nobody, but I'm just saying there's one guy that I can only think of off the top of my head.
Listen. I get that, but I'd rather for my first fight somebody that's like 165, 170.
Yeah, Jake weighed in like 27 last night.
Right, and I'm 165.
I've been trying to tell you that for the last fight.
I know. I just don't want to fight Jake Paul for my first fight. I don't want to do that.
You want to warm up?
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, that's later.
Right. Hold on. KSI, would you?
Listen, I fought KSI before. It was a sparring. Mm-hmm. I had 5 days of training, and I still did them. And I still gave him work. But I believe I could. Yes, and I'm not trolling when I say this. I believe I can beat him in a match too. Like I said, as long as I have a few months to train, I got it.
Of all the sports that you've competed in, is boxing the hardest?
I'm gonna be honest, yeah. Because once you learn, I learned a few stuff, but once you're in the ring, you just really rely on natural instinct. So I feel like for boxing, the best you can do is get your cardio up and just get enough sparring matches as you can, just to get used to the field. And once I get used to the field, I got it.
Well, I saw you have a sparring session with Manny Pacquiao.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he threw a body punch.
Yeah, but that's because we was only doing body. But if it was face and body, I could have worked him a little bit.
Speed. You do realize this man, he's the only man, the 8-time champ. 8 divisions.
I said work him. I'm quick, though. I got fast. I'm quick.
But the same thing is, you actually believe that you could have gave Manny Pacquiao some work.
Some work. I'm not saying I'm whooping his ass, but I'm giving him some work.
I mean, you give him some work. So
like top.
But the same thing is, you actually believe that you could have gave Manny Pacquiao some work.
Some work. I'm not saying I'm whooping his ass, but I'm giving him some work.
I mean, you give him some work. So
chopping him,
Oh, so you gonna touch Manny Pacquiao?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Ooh. So let me ask you a question. So when he hit you with the body shot, what went through your mind?
And I was hurting. What you mean what went through my mind?
Well, that's what you do in boxing. So and he didn't touch your face.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. We've got Atlanta as they go up against East Rutherford. Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Atlanta with possession here. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. The three. That shot missing. Edwards with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. From deep, here's Simmons. Here's Reed. And so he draws. The foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
These are his first free throws of the game. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Outside Irving. Wing shot on the way. There's the three. And Atlanta misses again.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Back to Edwards. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Bull.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. And Atlanta misses again. And East Rutherford with possession. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Here's Simmons, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
The paint is where Simmons excels at finding points. He knows how to own the inside.
Eaton can't hit.
Home team foul. Julius Erving. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. He shoots. And that one comes up a bit short.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Outside for Irving.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Another shot. Chalk up two there.
Well, that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Here's George. Thompson pulls it in. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. East Rutherford pulls it in. George with it. Now Thompson defending. And it's blocked by Irving. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Irving.
Substitution on the court.
Minute 32 left to play in the first. There's a screen by Bull. Simmons. Great positioning on the putback.
And really nice timing by Isaac on the glass, winning himself a great second chance look.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. East Rutherford making a switch here. Atlanta trails by 4. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Edwards. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time.
You got to bring more muscle if you want to stop Edwards from scoring. He's gifted at converting through contact.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Now here's Isaac. The kick out to Simmons. Pass to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Isaac's shot is off.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Irving. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
East Rutherford shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Good on the second one. Atlanta trails by 3. Pass to Ewing. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Beyond the arc. No good that time. Here's Edwards, plenty of space. From everyone here at 2K. Thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And here's Charlotte now. Here's Edwards. There's the drive. Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk! Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Left side, Edwards. Here's Fall. Solid defense from Bowl.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Pass to George. Edwards looking it over. 5 to shoot. Shoots over George. Edwards, no good.
I understand why he pulled up for the leaner right there. The defense adjusted to that very well.
Here's Thomas. And it's rejected. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession. Here's Fall. Over Bowl. And Fall gets it to go.
Yeah, just continuing to unlock his game. If Edwards adds the playmaking component, watch out.
And stand while Edwards has pushed back. It hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started. I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Here's Edwards. Has to fall. Here's Bowl. Good work there as it goes.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Timeout called, East Rutherford. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to George. 19-footer. Bull grabs the board.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Seen that play develop ahead of time. Hits his man in stride.
And he lobs it up to the rim. It's stolen. And here they come. And Edwards slams it in.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quickly.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Has to fall. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Falls got 6.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
Here's the break. George with a steal. And here comes the break. There's a screen by Bowl. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
Well, right there, Edwards uses the screen to create the space he needs.
There's a screen by Bowl. And there's the lob. And stolen by Simmons. Ahead. And Edwards slams it in.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Lopez. Chalk up 2 there.
And using that size to his advantage. I mean, I like it when Lopez establishes himself inside and looks to capitalize.
Here's Fernandez. No good on the triple. Now here's Russell. Here's the 3. Unable to get that one. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Charlotte on top. They lead by 5. And back to the start of the second quarter in... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Paul George. These are his first free throws of the game. And both free throws good for Russell. And it's East Rutherford with the ball. 7-point differential. Fernandez. No good on the 3.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
Puts the move on. Shot clock at 5. Here's Russell. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Oh, defenses try to get physical with Russell, but he has great body control and composure. Tough to throw him off his game.
All right, time for an injury report.
Thank you, guys. I got a status report from East Rutherford's head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound good at all. He's likely going to be out for a while.
All right, Allie, thank you. Sadly, that's not the news fans were hoping for, guys.
Definitely not. Seems like he's got a long, tough road ahead of him.
That's just awful news. You really feel for the guy, and you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
Oh, deflected. Down low. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And it's Simmons with the jam.
Watch out below. The flying Australian, Ben Simmons, cleared for takeoff.
Offensive board.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Inside. Back to Edwards. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Here's Russell. East Rutherford pulls it in. Minute 32 left in the first half. Outside Edwards. Picked by Reed. From the high post. Pass to Manning. Now Edwards. Edwards making it look so easy from... deep.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. .116 left to play in the first half. Charlotte leading by 9. Back to Edwards. The 3. That one is off.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Reed. Pass to Simmons. Next to shoot. Here's Edwards. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Charlotte. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Deflected. George outside. Pass to Fall. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Fall's got 8 points.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Anthony Edwards.
And that one good.
Man, Edwards gets great lift off the floor when shooting that jumper.
Edwards looking for an opening.
Wow!
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. That shot off the mark. And so it's Charlotte. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Back to the game after this break. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Simmons, and he lays it up and in. He's got 6.
This is where Simmons is most comfortable shooting from. Once he's this deep, feed him.
Here's Russell. Edwards pulls it in. And it's Edwards with the ball for East Rutherford. They trail by 9. Reed. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Russell. East Rutherford pulls it in. Edwards with it. Guarded now by George. And stolen by Edwards. Here we go, one-on-one. And here's Russell. And then Russell with the dunk.
With or without the ball, Russell's versatility in the open floor creates mismatches.
A big group substitution here for Charlotte. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Here's Simmons. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And one thing special about Simmons is his ability to defend multiple positions. You can put him on anyone, and he'll give him a hard time.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Here's Russell. And that one's good. Russell's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Goes back up. Can't get the layup. Charlotte leading by 9. Here's Kamari. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Oh, man, talk about hang time. What a wicked double clutch finish.
Hey, when you have that kind of space, you're allowed to get fancy. Pass to Lopez.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And he gets it to go from the high post. And Charlotte leads by 13.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Big day for their backcourt. Their guards have really set the tone for the rest of this team.
The 3 from Russell. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And, man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Edwards can't hit. Charlotte leading by 13. Pass to Oden. And it's blocked by Edwards.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is this engaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block.
It's George on the wing. .34 seconds left in the third. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Lopez. Here's Kamari. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Kamari's got 5 now. And it's East Rutherford with the ball. It's a 16-point game. And again, East Rutherford, no good. foul on Ben Simmons. Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Two slam dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. So it's Salt Lake City now. Now Hardaway. High post Davis. Can't get it to drop. And George with some nice D. Edwards for three. He drops it from range.
Oh, boy, look at the quickness to create space. Edwards puts defenders right on their heels.
Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Oh, my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Edwards, no good. And here they come. Here's Ingram. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Paul George.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Both free throws good from Ingram.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And finished off by Bull.
The ever-expanding skill set of Edwards.
So guys,
Nice dish right
let's go.
there.
Let's go.
Left side Ingram. Leonard on the wing. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Now here's Leonard. Bull grabs the board.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And here's Edwards. Pass to Reed. And the baseline jumper, no good.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now here's Edwards. Yep, that one goes. Edwards got 5 now.
Outstanding work in close. Edwards is just so confident from this area.
Here's Ingram. Oh, he cranks it down right on Anthony Edwards. Goodness.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
one of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And a slam dunk by Ingram.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And it's Edwards with the ball for East Rutherford. Trailing by 2. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Salt Lake City.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Now here's Ingram. Give him 8 points now. Oden, good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And the foul called on Paul George. That'll be a second foul of the game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
This game is so bad. Man.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Tonight, it'll be Charlotte going up against East Rutherford. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And here's Charlotte now. Now Edwards. And Reed pulls it down.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Fade away. And that's good. Anthony Edwards for 3.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the 3 consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
And East Rutherford with possession. Here's Simmons. Thomas with a steal. Ooh, poked away. Outside Simmons. Lets it go from deep. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Utilizing that size, George able to get it off the glass and sends it back in.
Down low. Bowl. And finished off by Bowl.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch it, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching.
Now here's Edwards. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
And looking at Edwards, the offensive skills he has are impressive. Now he must focus on improving his defense.
East Rutherford making a switch here.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A minute 42 left in the first. Here's Bo. Has to fall. The shake. Oh, rejected by Isaac.
What a wingspan Isaac has. I mean, this guy is incredible at denying shots, and he loves to do it.
East Rutherford making a switch here. Now here's Simmons. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
Hey, clearly this is where Simmons wants to be scoring the ball, as close in as possible.
And Edwards slams it in.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
A lot of bounce ability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
In transition, here they come. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Simmons has got 6.
And Simmons using his natural strength that time, just overpowering the inside presence.
He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from him.
And Edwards, here we go. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Edwards is a load to stop on the bounce simply because he's got a football player's build.
It's Thomas on the wing. Has to fall. And stolen by Bowl. And here's the fast break. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness, Anthony Edwards. Throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning D.
Oh, wow!
Oh, watch out below.
Big finish.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
From deep, here's Simmons. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. East Rutherford out in front. They lead by 8. And the second
Sorry, I'm
quarter
coming back
is
from my
on
bench,
its
my
way
guy.
when we return.
Sorry. You played the first game, but second game come back hard. I'm sorry. I gotta come beat you.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one.
I got you again.
And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for East Rutherford.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The try by Lopez. Good on the bucket.
That was not easy, but Lopez is solid playing through contact.
Here's George. Shakes him. And the layup is up and in. George has got his second basket.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Back to Russell. To the paint. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Going upstairs, Mr. Artest. Yes, sir.
Pass to George. Now here's Adebayo. Off target with the 3. And a deep 3 from Russell. Over to the left wing. Artest can't get it to go.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And Adebayo slams it in.
Look at the big man move. I love seeing Adebayo attack the basket and be rewarded for it. Just a big man playing big. No way to stop it.
There's Fernandez. And it's off from three-point range.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lopez.
Substitution for East Rutherford. Willis Reed.
East Rutherford leading by 8.
Anthony Edwards.
From 18 feet away. Rebounded by Oden.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
To the right side. From downtown. Connects from downtown. Kamare's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Timeout called. East Rutherford. Some changes for Charlotte. 1:56 left in the second period. Here's Simmons. And a nice finish on the layup. Simmons has got 8.
You know, with his size and skill, Simmons is really good down low. I think he can score a bunch of points this way.
Here's George. And it's blocked by Edwards. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Got a hand on it. Here's the break. Has to fall. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And it's Simmons missing. Charlotte trails by 5. To the inside. Bold. And finished off by Bold.
It's really easy for Bold to throw it down. Man, I'm a little jealous, especially with these freaky knees that I've got. I don't even think I could dunk in my dreams.
And for East Rutherford.
Outside Edwards. Edwards so good inside.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Here's Edwards. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
And, you know, I'm not quite sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave somebody like him uncovered.
And Edwards slams it in.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting the rock every time.
To the middle. Here's Bowl. And finished off by Bowl.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. East Rutherford out in front, leading by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge.
Nice work by Simmons getting into the defense there. He's got to be more intentional like that in the paint.
It's both from the stripe.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Charlotte trails by 3. Here's Thomas. Pass to Edwards. Back to Thomas. For the tie. East Rutherford pulls it in. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Simmons. And it's blocked by Edwards.
Yeah, good anticipation helps Edwards see the shot forming. Then his speed gets him there for the block.
Here's Edwards, plenty of space. And at last, they get one to fall. Edwards has got 17.
Tell you what, I can't argue with the result, but a little unnecessary to go to the off-balance shot there.
And finished off by Bowl.
And once Bowl gets going, catches fire, he stays with it, which is bad news for the opponent.
And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
B.A., I love his mentality, not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates, and he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. That's tipped. Outside Edwards. It's hauled in by Fall.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Edwards on the move.
Nasty right
Down
there.
it
Oh,
goes.
my goodness, that was wicked.
What a nasty finish.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Timeout called, East Rutherford. Some changes for Charlotte. Here's Simmons. He's got 10.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the third quarter here. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Outside Russell. No good with the triple.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Edwards with it. Russell covering.
Charlotte foul. First personal foul. Second team foul. In for East Rutherford.
A minute 35 left in the third. Here's Edwards. Kicks it to George. Russell from outside. Pure from three-point range. Russell's got himself on the board with a three there.
You look at Russell, and the green light is always on from there for him, and he shoots it with confidence. It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Into the lane. And that one is hammered home.
Back to the basics. Unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Now, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
For the tie, Russell into the lane. Here's Artest. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And it's East Rutherford with the ball. 2-point game. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Here's Kamari. And he turns it home with authority.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Oh, my God.
Here's Simmons. Nice shot from the wing. Simmons has got 6 here in the quarter.
Critics like to focus on this with Simmons, his jump shot, but he's really working on trying to gain confidence in that area.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
A huge three allows them to snatch the lead heading into the final quarter.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now.
Oh, yeah,
They need to tighten it up.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Charlotte's head coach was going over with his guys. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Fall uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, the former second overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Here's Fernandez.
Yo, that is so fake,
man. His teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell is able to block a shot, that's a big bonus.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the foul on Brook Lopez. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Adebayo in the post. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for 1 point to line. That one on Russell. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for East Rutherford.
Yeah. Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not giving up on the possessions.
Pass to Fall.
East Rutherford foul. Second personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for Charlotte.
Outside Bull. Here's Fall. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Shot clock at 2. Here's Russell. The rebound by Payton. And it's East Rutherford with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Kicks it out to Isaac. Reed inside. Outside Payton. From the arc. Not going to go that time. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
You know, maybe he's not the fastest guy on the court, but quickness is more important than pure speed in basketball. Russell's handle and scoring instincts, though, are borderline elite.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Simmons. The kick out to Edwards. And again, East Rutherford, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Russell. Pass to Fall. And stolen by Bowles. And they're pushing it up. Here's Reed. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
You might not have expected him to go for the steal there, but boy, oh boy, did it ever work.
And a deep 3 from Russell. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Here's George. Stolen by Russell.
TK.
And foul called on Paul George.
Like, come
That's
on.
foul number 2 for him.
He know how to steal.
Just over 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I know DeAndre wasn't good of a guy. Like, no, they treat him like he a god or something.
Russell from outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. And Charlotte leads by 1.
Wow, man.
And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for Charlotte.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet. And it's
Right down
come
the top
up
box,
big a few
yeah.
times for them.
You know something else, guys? You know, they came out of that tunnel sprinting in a full stride sprint. That translated to the floor and lots of success in the fast break game.
Here's Bowl. No good from outside. And they're on the break.
And
so he draws the foul.
Oh, TK.
I like the intensity that George plays with
Oh,
down inside.
talking about?
Really what earns him a lot of these calls.
Agreed, but we be called.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Great job at the line, and it's now a 2-possession game.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
He hits the first one. And that narrows the lead down to just 3. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn. Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Has to fall. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Bowl. Russell with the rebound. Now a timeout called by Charlotte. They're trailing by 4. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
They're going to draw up a play
Game's
here.
over, bro. What are you doing? Why you going
right
timeout?
The inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Pass to Bowl.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Here's Reed, driving to the basket. Count it!
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
The second one drops, and that brings him within 2 here. And so he's good on all 3 free throws. And that narrows the gap to 1. And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good. And that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Delivering exactly what they needed from the line.
Secures
the 3-point lead.
Timeout called by Charlotte. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
An insane scenario. Not enough time for a catch-and-shoot 3, so it has to be an alley-oop that draws the and-1 foul.
So we see East Rutherford get the win here. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anthony.
What's up? What's up, guys?